Let's get into it. It's crime o'clock, yeah, feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick-tock, won't stop, let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah, it's crime o'clock. Clock, clock, yeah. Typically new, neon signs glow, brick wall behind me. Headlines loud, but they never define me. They rush the story, skip the proof. I slow it down, let it show the truth. Files on deck, read every line. Timestamps matter, so does time. If it don't fit, I don't force the frame. Ask one question, whole story change. No fear, my voice, no need to shout. Paper speaks when you read it out. If the math's off, I'll circle twice. Truth ain't loud, but it ain't nice. Yeah. Read it again. It's crime o'clock, yeah. Feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop. Let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah. It's crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock. Read it again. They sell a narrative if I sell receipts. Courtroom quiet, but the pages speak. Word for word, no added spin. Let it stand, yeah. Let that sink in. Screenshot save, timeline's tight. Missing pieces keep me up at night. If they say elected, I say why. If they say case closed, I say try. No rush here, we do it right. Truth don't bend for the likes of hype. If you came for noise, you in the wrong spot. This is evidence, this is crime o'clock. Clock, clock, clock. Stay with me. This isn't background noise. This is pattern recognition. This is documents. This is crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock, yeah. Feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop. Let the facts talk. Say it with me now. Crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock. Typically unique. It's crime o'clock. Yeah. If you're here, you're early. If you're listening, you're paying attention. Show starts now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Crime O'Clock on Typically Unique Nighttime Edition. What is this? How's everybody doing tonight? It was a glorious day for me. I hope you had a wonderful day. Let me know in the chat. How was your day? Do you need a pick-me-up? I can make you laugh maybe sometime along the way tonight if you need it. I've literally have been outside since like 11:30 this morning. We have a lot of patio and it's all stone, and I was power washing like all day. I was like covered in dirt, and it was like 90 degrees here, and I just ran in the house and threw on some makeup and got ready. Your day was busy. Yeah. Sunburn. Yeah, look. I love it though. I have a doctor for, it's just like a chronic condition that's common. But I take a medicine for, and the doctor, and it makes you sensitive to the sun or whatever. And he's like, you should stay out of the sun. And I'm like, dude, we get sunshine for like 3 months out of the year. Like, I don't live in Florida. He's like, well, yeah, you do kind of have olive skin, you'll probably be all right. So yeah, I got to be out in the sunshine. I forgot my earrings. Let me put my earrings in. It was hot. It was really hot. I wouldn't be able to be out there if I didn't have a pool to jump into. And we worked hard for that pool. It's just, a regular above ground pool, but we have leveled up over the years. It's been 30 years in the making. I used to just have a little blow up pool. And then I saved up for oh man, when they come out with those ring blow up pools where you blow up the ring and then you have that pool, that was awesome. We had one of those. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Leah. Hey, Leah. So we said we're going to chat Idaho 4 tonight. I hope this went in right. So yeah, I'm going to drop a link and see if anybody wants to come on up and chat with me. Anything that's on your mind about Idaho 4. I mean, I do have a couple topics lined up we can get into also. I have been, on the path of the fraternities. I did, even though I said I was outside all day, I did do some exploring. And I think I found Fratlantis. Like, I was on Google Earth going up and down every street of that university. So I'm like, oh, look at that building. Like, oh, what's this? And one thing I noticed that was odd was that they had these little like you would be seeing like, school buildings, like brick school buildings. And then all of a sudden you would see this little house. And I'm like, what is that? Like, does someone live there? And then you would see a sign. So I'd like zoom in on the sign and it would just be some kind of center or whatever. And Leah is in the background. Let me bring Leah up. Hi, Leah.
Hey, Kim. This is the first time on your panel.
Yeah, I've told you I've only done this like once. I've been practicing, lucky to have Dago up here with me to figure all this stuff out.
Right.
Thanks for coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. Is Dylan gonna come up?
I think so. I think he just got home from work, so give him some time to chill.
Oh, okay.
Give him some. But speaking of Dylan, let me say hi to everybody. Jen, thanks for being here, getting everything going in the chat. Thank you. He dropped Dylan's link. Oh, there's Dylan. Speaking of the devil. Speaking of the devil.
What's going on?
How was your day?
Busy.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It was, I was hoping to get a lot more of the Dutton Ranch watched than what I did.
I'm obsessed. Obsessed.
Yeah.
Does anybody out there watch Dutton Ranch?
I'm kind of spinning my tires on episode 3. I think it's episode 3.
I'm only on like 6, I think. My sister's like binged the whole thing. She's like, hurry up and get caught up. I'm like, I always put it on at night and I fall asleep. But so you watched Yellowstone too?
Yeah, I watched Yellowstone and I watched all the prequels to it.
Me too.
83 and 23.
Yeah. What was your favorite?
I would say 8. Oh, not including Yellowstone. I would say 83.
Yeah. Me too.
83 was really well done.
23 is a close second for me, but I love that. I love period shows.
Yeah. I'm not sure which one came out first because I binged one after the other. But so I watched 83 first. And, with most shows, we're under the impression that you have a happy ever after.
No, she becomes the narrative. Leah, do you know what we're talking about?
No.
It's God, I don't even know how to describe it. It's a family who made their way out west and they had this huge ranch, and the show Yellowstone was popular because Kevin Costner was right to have the right actor.
Yeah.
Is this like 1820?
1883. There was one called 1883. Is that what it was?
Or 1820?
1923 is the second prequel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard rumors that they're going to come up with like one from 1943 or something like that.
I've heard that too.
Nice.
I've heard that too. It's such a great concept because they're following this one family through generations and showing you what America was like at that time. And plus it's like all kinds of drama and oh my God, love it. Love it.
And it's realistic drama too. at least in 83
Yeah.
and 23.
Yeah. Yep. I love seeing all that stuff. Yeah, the link's in the chat. You guys, I forgot to pin it. Where's it at? Where is it at? So I can pin it. So, what are you guys? Do you have anything specific on your mind about this case today? If not, I've got
I-
thoughts.
I still struggle with believing that there was anything outside the fraternities and sororities.
Oh, you and I are opposite.
Now there was absolutely some sort of adult 30 plus that was the ringleader of this. This is way too complex for sororities or fraternities
Mhm.
unless you're dealing with someone who is a valedictorian style individual. But what I found the most surprising in the Barstow interview, Barstow is the only one that actually sounds confident enough to actually run the show.
See, I'm on the. Yeah, go ahead. Finish your thought.
That was the one thing that jumped out to me, because when I originally put the profile together for who might be the ringleader of this, it is somebody with confidence. It is somebody who has their thumb on the pulse of everything. And Barstow absolutely fits that.
Oh, 1,000%. I just don't think the college students committed the murder. What about you, Leah?
I've been leaning towards the frats ever since the beginning. It's hard to
I'm
let go of the frats. Huh?
I said I'm outnumbered.
I've been watching frat hazing videos,
Yeah.
and they're all Greek life. And they talk about how evil they are, how bad they treat the freshmen, how mean they are to the freshmen. The freshmen just get it loaded on them that first year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to it. That was learning so far. I know there's more.
Oh, yeah. And then in particular here at Idaho, I mean, how many fights have we heard about? Like brutal fights. And we just know in general that they'll make decisions to protect the frat and protect themselves over saving people. Like there's things like that happen, but I still stand on I just think they were connected to the people who did it and silenced because of it, like with the whole drug world.
The Aryan Nights, is that what you're thinking?
I don't know who. I mean, I know Pav has suspects, and I went back and I was watching some of his
Dago's leaning that way.
I was watching some of Pav's old videos where he started explaining all the connections and everything, because I know the names of the people he talks about. I don't know every single connection or anything like that, but with Mason, that interview, Dylan, what you were saying, I think he's the go-to guy. Like, I keep looking for that I was looking for that connection. Like, who's that kid on campus that would connect to the older people? I agree with you. It's older people. And I don't know if it's him, but I think he probably knows, or if it is him, I don't know.
So the thing is, he is obligated to make damn sure that the chapter does not close down. And he spoke about it quite frequently on all the allegations. You have the fight, and the only thing that he really sounded nervous about was Delta Tau Delta getting shut down because of all the shenanigans going on.
Yeah.
And with the way that everybody has been, at least the frats and the frats have been approaching this, it sounds like it's a lot of CYA going on. So
What's CYA?
cover your ass.
Cover your
Oh.
butt.
Oh, I want to ask something real fast.
Yep.
The one you're talking about, Dylan, the older one, is my throat. Is the
Mason.
person alumni?
It could be alumni.
Okay.
What would be the motive?
For the actual murders themselves, it could be Mason found out somebody from Delta Tau Delta was involved, and now he's just playing defense, because he mentioned a time where they got in trouble because somebody got drunk, walked into the frat house, caused a scene. They called 911 to get him removed, and they still got in trouble for it.
I remember him. Yeah, he mentioned
So
that in his thing. Yeah.
so it would be, he's trying to cover it up because he knows somebody from Delta's involved.
And I think there's many students. Like it's like the Sigma Chi's, the Delts, everybody who's been interviewed, to me, they're not saying everything they know.
No.
And then what they are saying, the police aren't letting us hear.
Well, and the thing is, there's one common theme between everybody that they've interviewed, and they're all pointing the finger at Jack Showalter.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Mason pointed at it. Decor pointed at him. Dylan pointed at him. I'm pretty sure if they came out with unredacted stuff with the Sigma Chi's, they would be pointing at Showalter, and we'd get a clearer picture on that. Everybody's pointing at Showalter and Chestnut.
Yeah.
Yes.
One second. Remind me, I want to go back to blaming Jack Showalter, but I just want to say hi to everybody real quick. We just jumped right into it. Hey, Pooh Bears, Honeybee. Hello. They're asking questions like, why didn't Steve G go there? Yeah, I would have been like, pull me over. I would have been driving there so fast. Hi, Becca. Hey, Witchy Was. G-Bean, I saw your birthday's coming up. 6 days, I think is what I saw. Blue Devil. Thanks for hopping in, you guys, on a different time. I had to do nighttime today, trying out because I had to be out in the sunshine.
This is nice. I like this time.
Yeah.
And if other people are live right now, they're probably talking about the G's interview, and I've heard it all day. Dago's channel, Scully's channel. There was another channel. Logan's doing it. So we can be different.
Oh, G-Bean, I will tell it in a minute when it's relevant. But yeah, I do have a relatable story. So, okay, I think Jack Showalter was just an easy thing for them to say, because that Twitch video came out immediately. Or was not Twitch. What is it?
It was Twitch.
Okay. That came out like what? The first week?
Yeah.
It came out right away.
It was out very, very quickly. And on top of that, he's not very well liked. And he was the easy target to go after until MPD realized, there is a lot of lawyer firepower here. We can't be going after him.
Yeah.
Because I think there was a patsy set up right from the get-go. And I think it was originally going to be Showalter. But given what Lana's unleashed Friday, I mentioned this on Dago's channel. I mentioned it on my channel. Everything we thought was excluded is now back on the table. Was there gunshots? How long did it actually occur? What actually happened that night?
What was the thing that was mentioned that made you say that? There's been so much. You have to refresh my memory.
MPD was lying about where Rosenthal was.
Oh, right. Yes.
So, and we already know the rumors about Rosenthal and Kaylee. So, it kind of begs the question: where was Rosenthal that night?
Yes.
And on top of that, what Lana also unveiled was that they had a canine unit as well.
Yep.
And that the dog barking, now that you think about it, it doesn't sound like a Murphy what is it, a golden doodle?
Yes.
Yeah.
A dog like that's going to have a little bit of a higher pitch bark, even afraid. That the more that I listen to it and hear my own German Shepherd bark, that's a German bark.
You know what I'll have to do? I have a old, I don't know, I think it was during one of my lives. My neighbor, like kitty corner across the street from me, has a golden doodle. And it was out front barking because someone was working on the utility pole. So I like grabbed my phone and I went running out to my porch and I started recording. So I have a recording of a golden doodle barking at somebody. So I'll have to find that and like just put that clip out there so we can all compare.
Yeah, because it never made sense, because if Murphy is going to be that skittish when it comes to people going in and out of the house, why wasn't he going off when the police were going up the stairs?
That's true. You didn't hear a peep, not a dog bark, nothing.
No. If you just watch that body cam footage and saw nothing
Wow,
else,
that's very
you would have-
telling, Dylan. I
you would
never
have
thought
never
of that.
known a dog was involved.
I
Do you
never
think-
thought of that.
Is Rosie an alumni?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know, but that's big, you guys. Let me know what you think in the chat. Like, oh my God, that dog was supposed to be in that bedroom.
Doesn't Rosie have golden doodles also?
No
That's
clue.
what people say. But he wasn't in the house. He wasn't a first responder in that house. And I could see the dog not barking if someone's just walking up the steps because he's probably used to that. But they opened the door and went in. And you don't hear anything.
It would have been at minimum, it would have been something that was unfamiliar to Murphy. He wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
He wouldn't have been used to hearing that many people, especially going up the stairs. Because even with parties, if we're gonna believe that during the parties that Xana would throw, Kaylee stays upstairs and away from everybody. Somebody going up the stairs, a lot of people going up the stairs with heavy footsteps, that dog would have gone ballistic because it doesn't know who's coming.
Yep. So then why do you think it didn't? Think about that for a second. Which you were saying in the forensic docs, victim 1 is Xana, 2 is Ethan, 3 is Maddie, 4 is Kaylee. It's the order they were found in, but in other docs, ISP changes the order they are listed. Oh, that's good information. And this goes with what we're talking about with perpetrators. If we could really see the autopsy pictures, she doesn't think we'd be so confused. Logan's version was very helpful. It looked like people taking turns from all different angles. Oh my God. Yeah. Yep. So then why do you think the dog wouldn't bark?
Because I don't think that was Murphy barking that night. I think Murphy would have been more used to people going up and down the stairs. I think what they're saying about Kaylee pretty much staying in her room during parties is a lie. Sigma Chi, all of them are lying about how much they know Kaylee.
Right. Oh, I was thinking about, like, I get the whole confusion at night thing, like that, that part of it. But I was thinking when they went up, when first responders, Nunez and Warner, whoever was with him, and they opened the door and the dog doesn't even bark. Like, that's crazy.
Because Murphy isn't a barker.
That's what. Okay. Obviously.
So that night, it had to have been the canine Ragnar, the
Yes.
canine dog.
I gotcha.
That would have been the one going ballistic.
Wow. I just can't. I don't want to. Oh my God. Like, I know that we're uncovering stuff. I never wanted to like go down that route and like say that out loud about law enforcement and stuff like that. But you can't deny what's getting put out there. I don't know. Dogs cower when afraid. Some attack. Yeah, I mean, I get
Now
it. I get it.
my daughter's gold, they're Labradoodles. They will bark if they hear a car coming up the driveway and all, even if it's my daughter, because sometimes I babysit the dogs and they bark.
Yeah, like I guess I mean to me it's fruitless to try to guess. Like we can guess all day long. But you know, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
I pulled up this list because when you were talking about like, so here's what I was thinking about today. I was thinking every interview, every report, everything they're showing us is fraternity, sorority, you know, a few like coworkers maybe with the victims. So really, how did this investigation go? Because they landed on Brian Koberger, you know? And so this is just one of the lists with their prints. So thinking about like fingerprints. Like when I first looked at this list, I was like, who the heck are these people? Like I didn't even know most of these names, but now I feel like we know a lot of them. Like Mason was on there. You know, I didn't know who that was. I think I don't know about Jeremy. This must be Kayla Newen's brother. I don't know. There was a lot of delts on here, I guess. And at the beginning, we never really talked about the delts too much. So how do you go from an investigation? I guess this is my question. Like, how do you go from an investigation that's focused on just trying to get information out of all these kids, even though they had the car and they had the sheath? Why were they talking to all? Well, they were talking to all of them to figure out where the kids were.
Because it was theater. It wasn't an investigation.
Everything is matching that, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh
now, Dylan, what do you think the motive is?
That would be the $1 million question with Rosie, if we're going to believe that Rosie had something to do with it. And it could just simply be Kaylee getting mad about something and saying, you know what, screw you, I'm telling everybody.
Yeah, but what about Ethan and Xana and Maddie?
Maddie could have been wrong place, wrong time. And that's where I kind of get tripped up with it being Rosie and Tisdall, because it doesn't you can't, nobody fits those all 4 points other than Dylan, Peter, and Mason and Bethany. Those 4 are the only ones that really interact with Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan. Nobody else does. Jack Decor, yeah, Maddie and Kaylee make sense, but Ethan and Xana does not. Showalter, Kaylee might make sense. Maddie makes sense, but Ethan and Xana don't. Hunter Johnson, Emily Lant, the Sigma Chi fits Ethan and Xana, but not Kaylee and Maddie. So there's only a small group of people that fit all 4 points.
Now, I have a theory that connects all 4 of them. And this is going on rumors, of course. This is all alleged. But I read that Hudson Lindo's death was a hazing, and that Jack Showalter and Connor had something to do with it, and possibly Jack D. And Rosie was the cop that covered it up. Rosie and Fry. That's the rumors I've heard. So Hudson's death, if it was a hazing, then I mean, that's people will get arrested, you know what I mean? And Ethan and Xana and Maddie were at that party that night, and you know how Kaylee's true crime. I guess they figured out what happened to Hudson and why, which I don't know why they, I guess Hudson being a freshman, and they just hazed him. It got out of hand.
Well, we know it's realistic that accidents like that can happen,
Yeah.
I don't know about the whole drowning, or I mean, yes, I agree that those kids could be suspicious about that. They won't let us see anything about someone try to FOIA about his
Yeah, and you can't get
information.
anything.
Yeah. But I'm still on the drug theory, and to me, Mason was the organizer on campus. That's what I think. And you know who I'm really questioning is the other Mason, the one that got arrested, that we watched his video the other day, because we know he's a dealt. He dated Xana. We see photos of them together, but he is not mentioned. He's not mentioned in any of these interviews. It's like he's not around that whole semester. Like I can't find anything about him. He's not in any report. And so then I was thinking, was he kicked out? But then I don't think he was kicked out because he graduated. So, because obviously, have you watched his arrest video, Dylan?
I have not.
Oh, that would be a good one. Speaking of that,
video to watch.
Yeah,
I like that video.
You guys that are watching, Dylan has a channel, and if you are not subscribed, please go subscribe to his channel. We'll drop the link again, but he has not. You don't only do reactions, right? Just
no, I actually do like true crime stuff. I kind of do the reactions when there's enough there to when someone just says something stupid enough for me to.
I think when you watch his, it'll be a good one to react to.
Yeah, watch his reaction video with the TikTok people.
Oh, I made a short. Wait, watch this. I'll show you a little clip. I made a short. Let me find it. I clipped it from his interview. I couldn't believe this. It won't share the channel. Oh, because I got my dock camera. I couldn't believe that he said this.
But yeah, if one of you guys want to send me the link through Discord to the arrest video, I can.
Oh, okay. Yep. Logan had it.
How long is that interview?
It's a short.
1
minute. Oh, the interview?
Half not hour. The interview when he got arrested. That the other Mason.
What is this doing? I don't want to be in my studio. What are you doing? I want my shorts. Oh my God. Here we go. We'll get there.
I'm thoroughly entertained watching you try to work technology.
No Brian Coburgers.
Who's that?
Brian Coburgers.
No.
He said, "Do you not know who Brian Koberger is?" And the cop said, "No."
Yep.
Oh. Now, you want to bond out, don't you? Yeah, if you bond out, you won't be in there. You're going to be in booking.
Plus, you guys, they're in Boise. All the hearings for Brian Koberger were in Boise. You know that was news. He's a police officer. He's a police officer. Why do you think he's saying that? Do you really think the cop doesn't know?
No. I don't know why he would say no.
No, I know that, you guys. I know Brian Koberger is. Go ahead.
Unless he just didn't want to talk to him because Mason was very talkative.
I don't know. It was just interesting. It was very interesting. But it was funny, Dylan, because he's like, I don't want to go to jail with those, like those, whatever he called them, like those monsters, like Brian Koberger.
When was this?
March 8th, 2025. In Boise. And I have learned something. This is why I'm on the drug path, because I don't know. These kids, especially because I know, like, I've watched a lot of like the drug busts on college campuses and stuff like that. Like, it's a real thing. It really happens. We know all these kids were using. They got to get it from somewhere. Now we have an ex-delt, like he had just graduated, I believe, the year before. So he was, when he got arrested, he was, because he'll say in the video, I just graduated. Is this going to mess up my job? Like, but he got arrested for fighting, but they took him to jail, and it's hilarious. Oh my God, I don't want to ruin it for you.
Yeah.
He complains about the handcuffs the whole time, and come to find out, he had a little bag of white powder in his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one of the big things that I struggle with if it's more of on the drug side, the other thing that I struggle with is the fact that drug dealers are not going to leave Dylan and Bethany alive under any circumstance. Unless they're deeply entrenched into it.
Well, you don't think that there was any part with Dylan orchestrating anything?
No, I'm saying if we're going to go on the drug angle,
yeah,
there's no avenue. Even if Dylan orchestrated it, you're not going to trust Dylan to keep her mouth shut on a quadruple homicide.
That's kind of true.
Yeah,
that is kind of true.
That's not happening. And then on top of that, if the drug dealers are not going to it's not going to be such a personal attack, and it's not going to be such and anybody with half a brain knows that as soon as this goes national, it's going to stay national for a while because of the way that it was done. And you have the surviving roommates with the late 911 call. Anybody with a functioning brain would know this is going to bring all eyes on Idaho. And the last thing you want, if you're dealing that amount of drugs, is all eyes on your territory.
And why would a drug dealer do that to
message? I think it was a message, and they got away with it, clearly. And that made me think of with Mowich, with the latest thing that was being talked about. I don't want to put too much spotlight on that channel for that person, but if So he was found out and about around these houses late at night. It was November 15th. And he had these injuries when they finally get him to the hospital. And I don't think we would have ever known what really happened to him if there wasn't somebody. I think it was somebody from the hospital that called and reported it in. So there's there's paperwork, there's a paper trail. And that person said that his injuries were consistent with knife wounds. But it was the 15th. And I'm like, because I'm thinking
survive 2 days with those. Would he survive 2 days with those knife wounds?
Oh, maybe. I was thinking, like Dylan's kind of saying here, if it is drug related, they turn on, they're getting all the snitches, right? Like they're going to get them all. Or if it was because of retribution, because of the parents or whatever, they could have turned on the guy that even was there helping. I don't know. I'm thinking of movies, I guess.
Well, the other thing is, if we're gonna believe Turvey in that Maddie and Kaylee, they were kind of posed, you're not gonna spend that kind of time. You're not gonna spend that time to completely and totally disfigure Kaylee and completely gut Maddie. You're not gonna spend that time. It is quick in, quick out.
What do you? But you think college students would?
Oh yeah, because for whoever killed Maddie and Kaylee, this was deeply personal. This was, I love Kaylee so much, I would do anything for her, and she not only said no, but she embarrassed the crap out of him. And it is somebody who has very high esteem, who just got the rug pulled out from under him. And that's again where I'm kind of side-eyeing Mason, because his story is that Kaylee wanted him to come over, or she wanted to go over to Mason's, which, much like with Peter and with Xana and Ethan, that could be projecting, and he could be completely flipping the script. Was it Mason that wanted to go and hang out with Kaylee, or did he want Kaylee to come over to Delta and hang out with him?
In the book it said, and I take the book with a side eye. But in the book, the way he wrote it was that Mason said, I was supposed to go to Kaylee's house that night, but decided not to, or something like that. Okay, yeah. There's an awful lot of people that decided not to that night.
Oh yeah, yeah, and yeah, which means somebody who has a lot of power within the sorority and the fraternities sent out the message, something along the lines of 11/22 is hot, don't be touching it. Nobody's going to bed at 8:00 on a Saturday night on a college campus.
Yeah, I know. That was so.
Now, I think weird. If it was a frats, if it was a frats, I think it was a group of them, and they did the crime with all four of them basically around the same time. Like, you know what I mean?
And I'm not very convinced on that either, because the only way we get to the scene that we got in Xana's room is if Ethan is the first one gone. Because you're not going to have a fight for your life inches away from your 6'4" athletic boyfriend, and he's just sitting there. It's not happening.
Sorry, I was looking something up.
I don't think the Aryan Knights would have done what they did to Kaylee. I don't think they would have done that.
Oh, I absolutely think they would. I think there were messages left. I think there were. I can't see. I just cannot see college students doing that.
I understand.
Now, if it was in a more controllable environment, like at the if the scene was originally at a Aryan Night camp out or whatever the hell they're calling it, then I could see something like that. If it was at like a safe house, something along those lines, then I could see them taking the time to do what they did. But they're in Kaylee and Maddie's house. It's not a controllable environment. It's in the middle of a fishbowl. I just don't see them taking that kind of time to do what they did, to do what we ended up seeing happen, and especially with them leaving living witnesses.
I'm gonna segue us into this little can you guys handle watching a 3-minute video of Pav?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
people are
Yeah, go
like
ahead.
him. I like him. So like I'm always like, we shouldn't be having this debate, right? I think everybody agrees. Everybody thinks this. And it's just a simple solution if they would have tested the evidence that they had, you know. And I was, like I said, I was going back through his old stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, this proved a point.
Is that the list you had?
So he's gonna go through the blood, some of the blood. Now this is old, okay? So there could have been updates since then, but the point in this is he's gonna look at the cigarette butt from Jose Cruz, but and how they compared him to the blood on the sheath. So I thought this was super important. Just let's listen.
Okay.
All right, so this is how you do this. You go through all the lab items and you name everything that you're sure of as you go through everything. And then along the way through these reports, you're going to start getting answers to some of these questions. For example, item number 3, blood swabs taken from the second floor. They identified that through DNA lab reports as Xana. Blood swab on the 3rd bedroom floor. No DNA was present on this swab, so it turned out not to be blood at all. But in the video I just did, I told you about Jose Cruz. He's lab items 33 and 34 from his cigarette butts. Well, now I know lab item 35 is DNA extracts from Jose Cruz's cigarette butts. And you learn that as you go through the lab reports. So when you get to this report, which is forensic services data, and you get down here, date of evidence accepted 11/22/22. And now I know that this first suspect is Jose Cruz, subject Bethany Dillon and Jack Decor, and then the victims.
How did they get to Jose Cruz? Because didn't he do something to some girls at some sorority or something?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know who he is.
I forgot how they got to him. I thought someone in the chat's got to let me know. I think he went into some girl's apartment or something like that. He was a neighbor. I'm pretty sure that's him. He's the only one that they really looked at.
And then what it talks about is the cigarette butt used as a secondary sample from Jose Cruz, 33, his cigarette butt 34. Then we learn what item 35 is. So we put that in our spreadsheet, and that we knew it was DNA extracts, but now we know it's the extracts from items 33 and 34, which is Jose Cruz's cigarette butts. Then they create a DNA profile, and they determined that 33 and 34 was the DNA profile for Jose Cruz, and it was the same DNA on both cigarette butts. And then we learned that Jose Cruz was not the person whose profile they made from item 1.1, which is the DNA from the knife sheath that they attributed to Koberger. But we also know he was excluded based on the DNA profile previously obtained from 1.4, which is the blood on the back of the knife sheath.
So that's what I wanted to show right there. So they've got this guy, Jose Cruz. They're like, you're suspicious. You're one of our subjects. They take his DNA. They had these cigarette butts. Hello. Like around the house. I believe they found them out by the couch or something, right? And they compare that to him. And didn't he say that was a match?
Yeah.
That was a match. So weird. What are you doing at their house? But then my point was, I thought they told us that they couldn't do anything with 1.4. 1.4 is blood on the sheath. And I thought in their reports, it said, well, we can't use that for anything. It's low quality or something like that. Like they know it's an unknown male, but that's it. But here they were able to use it to eliminate him. Like it's not a match. So why don't you go through this list here that I showed you guys, the list I was showing you, and start eliminating people? Why aren't they doing that? Right?
Because it's all theater. There's no actual investigating going on. It's all theater.
I would just keep pointing it out. We just got to keep pointing it out. Like this is, it's why we keep talking about it. It's why we keep pointing this stuff out. Like it's a simple thing. Like test the stuff, compare the stuff, but they want to lie to us and say, oh, it's a poor sample, or, oh, it's this. And no, you did it. You did it for this guy. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Because there's no investigating going on. It was all theater.
So, yeah.
It was theater because they're covering up. Is that what you mean?
Well, clearly, I mean, we could make a list of like the renumbering of
the conspiracy mind is going to think psyop when you say that.
Well,
no. We can see it with our own eyes. Like they renumbered the evidence markers. They don't have
documentation.
Yeah, they don't have complete custody of the knife sheath. I feel like I would like to see custody of the phones, the cell phones, because I read the report about that and they sent those phones to probably 4 or 5 different places. They were carting them all around Idaho.
and with now that I know that Kaylee has 6-digit code, it would have been crackable.
Shit, a what?
It would have been crackable with a 6-digit code.
Oh, where did you find that out?
That was Lana that said that.
Oh.
Because I was originally thinking that and this is me giving every single benefit of the doubt to Breitbart, whatever the hell it is. That
Celebrate?
Yeah, that one. That maybe Kaylee had an alphanumeric code for her phone, and that's why they couldn't get into it. Because when the phone is shut off and it turns back on, you have to put that code in to get in. That's the before first unlock. After it being powered back on, and when you haven't had that before first unlock, it is significantly more difficult to get in, even with numerical codes. And with alphanumerical codes, it is nearly impossible to break into it without that code.
I gotcha. Don't they have those, like, I mean, I'm thinking again of the movies, computer programs that can go in there and like and like try everything?
Well, even with a 6-digit code, you're looking at you're looking at hundreds of thousands of possibilities, and then alphanumeric, it's infinite, because it can be It can be a 4-letter word. It could be a 16-letter combination of words and
Oh,
numbers.
I gotcha. Yeah, or take forever to. Yeah, I see. Holy
So
Toledo, holy Toledo.
and,
Hey,
and
Bianca. Sorry. Hey, you. I'm so happy to see you here.
and some phones are set up to where with 10 failed attempts, it will wipe the phone.
Oh, wow. But it was a 6-digit. It was 6 digits.
According to Lana, it was 6 digits.
I also think that they could have got, like, can Apple help with that, with the code like that? Like, can they bypass that?
Maybe. That I'm not 100% sure. I think they can. I know Samsung can with their Galaxies, but with Apple, they would absolutely require a warrant. And then even then, it's a maybe. And I do want to bring up a point. Vane Illa brought up about the face recognition.
Oh, yes, that was a good question.
Because if we have to work under the assumption that Kaylee's face was so beyond recognizable that even Face ID wouldn't be able to get into it.
Yeah.
Because again, her permanent retainer that was within her teeth was sitting on her tongue. This was a brutal beating. The face recognition was not going to work.
That's why I think it's professionals.
I think it was.
I think it's professional thugs.
If it would have just stopped at a beaten to death, then I would be a little bit more okay with that. But there was so much extra to it that it was. I just don't see an avenue on how it was just it was just an angry drug dealer.
Well, not just like that's an organization with lots of money. And if you mess with that, and plus, I think, I don't know, I agree. And actually, I think I'm going to start sharing some of Pav's old videos explaining the people and how the connection could be, because immediately when I heard about this crime and I heard about the the stepmom and Xana's mom, I'm like, that's just too much of a coincidence. And then ever since then, it's just been coincidence after coincidence after coincidence with everything. And if they're snitches, like if they were snitching and screwing up their supply chain and messing with their money, and the organization's going to take a hit, which looks like it did. I don't know. That's like a hit. Someone put a hit out.
Why didn't they just take out Maddie and Xana?
Because
Why did it have
I
to be
think
Kaylee and Ethan?
because those drugs were on that campus, and those two, maybe there's other information about them. Like, was Ethan a user seller, or was Kaylee? I wouldn't put it past Kaylee to be like spying over there on those delts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, my thing is, if it was with that, if it was Jack breaking up with Kaylee, I could see that, because the old saying, "Hell have no fury like a woman scorned." I could definitely see Kaylee being one of those people to really want to ruin Jack's life if it was that way around. But by every single account we have, it was Kaylee breaking up with Jack.
Yeah, and he was not in that. He wasn't in that fraternity. Not that his fraternity didn't do some. I mean, it was everywhere. It was in every house.
He was adult.
Not Jack Decor.
I thought he was adult.
No, Jack Decor and Hunter Johnson were not delts, and not.
I know Hunter was Sigma Chi.
Not Hunter Johnson.
No, I don't think Hunter was.
I have it right here. I started a list, Dylan. I got lists.
I really need to keep a list.
It's too hard to keep track of. I mean, I just figured all this stuff out like, I don't know, a while ago. Hunter Johnson. Oh, and why? I don't know if you heard me when I first started the show. I went on Google Earth today because did you hear Mason Barstow say that he was moving to Fratlantis for next semester, for the next semester? And I've been looking for that. And so I went up and down all the streets on the campus today looking, and I found I was like, oh, there's that fraternity house. Oh, there's that fraternity house. So Hunter Johnson was Phi Delta Theta, and Jack Decor was Beta Theta Phi, Beta Theta Pi. Yeah. So those are kind of outliers, but I think Beta Theta Pi is right next door to the Delts. They're like neighbors.
Okay.
They're like neighbors, and they're like up on this hill. And then this is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. When I went to college, dorms were on campus and everything else was off campus. Apartments were off campus. Fraternities were off campus. When I was on Google Earth, look at all of their fraternities and sorority houses are on the campus. That is such a liability. I don't understand why they would even do that. It was weird.
Yeah, even well, where I went to college, like the campus was about 5 buildings and 6 parking lots, and all living was off campus.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and there was a I think the only thing that was actually on campus was a firehouse subs. Everything else was classrooms and, in my case, a studio and God knows what else.
Interesting.
With other majors that were there. Because
yeah, I went to a pretty large one. It had lots of large grassy spaces and stuff, but that's just odd to me. And then to top it off, it looks like they have housing on campus that's not a dorm. And it's not a frat. Like, what is that?
Yeah,
Who's renting those, Dylan? Who owns those and rents those? The university? You
know who owned Kaylee's house at the time of the murder? Because I know Scott Perky used to.
Maddie was the leaseholder.
No, Maddie, I mean who owned the house?
Oh, I don't.
Oh, I don't know. It was that.
ST?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I never deep dived that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
But yeah.
I did find, I think there's just speaking about the house, that Kaylee McConkey that gave that interview. I am waiting. Someone already asked for it, did a request for it, but she said Sophia Whitehead was still on the lease for that 6th room. So that's going to be interesting. Like, why?
Yeah, that room is that 6th room has a lot of secrets to be told.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, and this Kaylee McConkey, she seemed like she had like 4 pages dedicated to her in the book. I'm like, ooh, girl likes to talk. Let's get her interview.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else is interesting about her is she saw Bethany and Dylan back in her hometown. They're all from Boise. So Dylan took Bethany home with her, and this girl saw them that next Monday. So she got all the tea. So I hope she talks. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, she may talk, but it's going to get redacted.
That's true.
That's true.
We try to read through it, though. I'm getting good at reading redacted.
Yeah. I have to learn the Idaho language.
Yeah, redacted. Oh my God. When Lana was talking about billboards, I'm like, put one up that says redact this and put the middle finger.
Yeah.
But
Idaho needs a billboard like that.
Yeah.
but yeah, where I went to school, there were there were apartments all around campus. Mine was so there was an apartment complex, and then there was my apartment complex, and then my buddies was actually down the street and around the corner, and right off campus there was a couple of bars that we would go to. There was an Applebee's, Aruga's. I miss Aruga's. I would.
I've never heard of that.
So it's a sports bar, and
In Ohio?
no, this was down in Florida.
Oh, okay.
I lived in Florida for a year. It was
Nice.
it was a fun
Okay.
time, and I definitely turned into a Floridian for about 2 years, even though I was back for one of those years. But yeah, they had one of their signature burgers. It was a normal cheeseburger, except it had like Krispy Kreme donuts as the buns.
Oh
Nuh-uh.
my goodness. No
Glazed-
way.
Glazed Krispy Kreme donuts. And
I don't think
hes-
I would like that.
I was hesitant at first. That's why I just got the normal burger the first time, and then the second time I was just like, you know what, screw it, let's give it a shot. And it was actually really good.
Oh my
Huh.
gosh.
Yeah.
Chat, do donuts belong on burgers?
Like I really like putting breakfast stuff on burgers now.
Oh, I've heard of eggs, not
Yeah.
donuts.
Eggs are phenomenal. You get it over medium. That way you don't have to race to eat it. Tremendous.
Oh, wow. Look at this comment. This is a good one. Gracefully Salty. Hello. If KG was really in tech, she would have set a legacy contact.
What does she mean? What's a legacy contact?
Someone who could probably, I'm guessing, because, probably someone who could always get into your phone.
Depends on if she's paranoid.
Oh, that's true.
Because the way that they're making her sound is that she was fairly paranoid.
Oh,
Yeah.
what things make you
Like-
think?
Like she was saying how she was being stalked. She thought she was being stalked. She was she became very secluded, and then we have the rumors that she's not talking to really anybody. She gets into a fight with Maddie, where she's excommunicado with her, and they really made it, along with the rumors, it really made it sound like they were like she was really isolating herself. You have the quick change in majors. I mean, if half of that is true, you would say that she's getting paranoid.
Yeah, I do wonder
So-
if something happened.
So
The quick change in majors, especially so late. To me, it seemed like late. Like to me, you pretty much got to know what you're doing if you want to get out of there in 4 years. If you want to get out of there in 4 years, you got to know what you're doing by your end of your sophomore year, or you're going to school for 5 years.
yeah, and she was graduating early.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's weird.
She would have been a year and a half, or she'd been half a year early.
Yeah, unless she made that change right away, but it didn't sound like she did.
No, and what I found interesting in that TikTok that Olivia posted, that of Kaylee doing that little interview thing, is that
Mhm.
she said that she couldn't student teach.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
And that came from Kaylee. That came from Kaylee.
That-
I-
yeah.
A lot of people tried to say COVID, but no. I mean, teaching still went on. It was just virtual. So if students were lined up to student teach, they would have still been assigned a teacher. That's what they do. They find a public school teacher or a teacher. I don't know if private schools do it, I would imagine. And you partner up with them, you mentor them, and they slowly take over duties. So if those duties were going to be online, she would have just done that. Like, the only other thing I can think of is a background check.
I think she was doing some OF stuff, and that got discovered
Could be.
because there's no criminal history with Kaylee, and the only thing that fits is ethics, and that would fall under doing racy content.
Oh yeah, you've probably seen, all of you, like what happens to teachers when that stuff gets gets found out. That's a no. Yeah. We're not even allowed teach. I say we. I'm a retired teacher. You get in trouble for like posting pictures that they think are inappropriate on Facebook.
Yeah, I actually watched a body cam video of a teacher doing snapping in I think it was a private group message.
I watched that one.
Yeah, where she was just frustrated with a kid and didn't mean anything by it.
Yep. Yeah, just to tell you guys, so there's a video out there of, she was young. She was a hired teacher,
I
right?
think it was like 22.
Yeah, she was very young, probably first year teaching. Trust me, these kids put you through hell and back. I can't tell you how many. And I was experienced teacher, still running into the bathroom to cry because you can only take so much because you got to hold your cool. You got to be the adult in the room, but those kids are letting you have it, man. I mean, I've been called every name of the book. Like, kids have cleared rooms. I mean, it's a lot. And so I'm sure I could imagine this girl, getting frustrated. And like Dylan said, she privately chatted, and it was her boyfriend and a friend. So,
Her roommate.
Her roommate ratted on her.
Well, we don't know. I don't think
someone had to know. It was a private message. But anyways, the cops showed up at the school, you guys. Cops showed up at the school.
Yeah, and she got arrested.
Oh, okay. I will do that. Hanky Panky Mom. ISP report 59. Interesting information about Kaylee. Thank you for that. Yeah, and you said she got arrested.
Yeah, they ended up arresting her. They didn't do the whole perp walk thing with her, but
I know.
Yeah, it was she I think it was meant to be a private message, but she may have accidentally put it on her story.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a while ago, and I was working while I was watching that, so.
Mm-hmm. That girl won't teach in that state again, but she'd probably go to another state and teach.
So if I understand correctly, nothing went against her actual teaching license, but she wasn't allowed to return to the school.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
If I am remembering correctly.
Wow.
Because but yeah, I would have been one of those kids. I would have probably been the worst kid for you, because I knew exactly where that line was, and I just kind of play right on that line.
No, those students don't, trust me. Like, I got along with and loved all my students, but I had some that there were some problems there.
Yeah.
Not kids that were just like in trouble sometimes or stuff like that. Like we're like disturbing. That's all I'm gonna say. Special circumstances.
When
right.
did you quit teaching?
This is my first full year. So last September.
Oh, okay.
September will be 1 year. And let me tell you guys, like, just speaking of teaching, I'm working on it. Hanky Panky Mom, I'm pulling it up. I would not come on social media. Oh, there's an echo.
Oh, here we go.
Come on social media and start a channel or anything till after I retired. That's how they are. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I was one of those kids that I knew exactly where the line was. I wouldn't cross it, but I'd play with it. Just enough to get you mad, but not mad enough to where you could actually do something. I got one teacher just absolutely yelling at me because he was a big Buckeye fan, and I was talking about how Ohio State was just a bunch of undisciplined thugs because they would be fighting every week that year, and one after the Ohio State Michigan game one year they tried to jump. Ohio State fans tried to jump a Michigan's All-American left tackle who was 6'7" and like 315 all muscle. It didn't go well for him, and he just went off and saying how Michigan is all this and that, and there were a bunch of cheaters and this and that. And it was a good way to burn the last 15 minutes of class.
There's always those teachers you could get off topic, especially
Yeah.
Michigan versus Ohio State.
If there was a teacher that liked football, I had the entire period covered.
These schools look into social media and sites like OnlyFans. Yeah. You could have something on your TikTok that's perfectly fine, but get you banned from teaching. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Oh, for sure, witchy. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I wouldn't do it. And I wouldn't even have to worry about YouTube, witchy. It would have been my own people here in my town.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah. Yep. So you think the report, okay, let's see what this says. Let's see if this says anything about her teaching or anything like that. This is Powell and interviewing a black box regarding his interactions with Goncalves. Goncalves had been a blank in blank from January to March 2022. Detective Powell and I met with this person located in Moscow, Idaho. What follows is a summary. Okay, this is a guy. He first met Goncalves in January of 2022 when she was placed. Oh, placed what? By the University of Idaho as a blank, which was part of the requirements. Oh, was she placed for student teaching?
That's what it sounds like.
It does sound like that. Okay. When she was placed in his class at his school, I mean, it's just one box there, by the University of Idaho as a student teacher, which was part of the requirements of her teaching degree or whatever they put there.
Wouldn't that box be longer if it was student teaching? It would definitely be longer than the second black box on that line.
You would think. Yeah, the words I'm saying aren't matching up. Yeah, I don't know. She was placed blank.
It matches because line B says that she struggled to connect with students, which attributed to the complications of COVID-19 lockdowns.
Oh, yes. Goncalves did something titled Fun Festivals of, yeah, hello, this is teaching right here. Fun Festivals of Africa. Yep, during her time as a teacher.
Hmm.
So she did her student teaching? The only time he had contact with Goncalves outside of their professional relationship was when he took his 3 daughters. Oh, wait, no, that's the coach. Took his 3 daughters and wife to Goncalves' sorority house so his daughter could sell. Everybody said this was the coach. So his
This might
daughter
be
could
something-
sell chocolate bars to the sorority as a fundraising. Let's keep going. The only communications he had with Goncalves was regarding her role as a blank and was typically via text message. He will periodically take Kaylee to get coffee after they successfully complete their
Coffee?
Would it be babysitting? Student teach babysitting?
It says
With it?
they.
Maybe.
It says they. He's doing something with her. This person is doing something with her. So if he's the teacher and she's the student teacher, and let me see if we're wrong. Let me see if this is the coach. He first met Goncalves in January of 2022 when she was placed there, I don't know, by the University of Idaho as a babysitter. The University of Idaho is not placing her as a babysitter.
No.
And babysitting is
So-
not part of her requirements of her
So,
degree.
No.
Here's the thing. With them mentioning lockdowns, it doesn't add up because Idaho the Idaho schools were full in person by early 2021. They were fully back by early 2021.
But it still mentions COVID.
Yeah.
Hanky
so-
Panky Mom said that's a different report about the coach. She says, no,
Okay,
this is not
good.
the coach.
Okay, but I'm wondering if people misread that because, well, I don't know. Okay, thank you.
so-
Good. Yeah, this is
What?
so it might not be student teaching. So let me tell you how this goes. So we all contribute to this case. I'm bringing the education part.
Well, I'm not going to bring it.
During your first 2 years when you're going to school for teaching, it's mostly just, general classes. And like your second and third year, you start getting into teaching. I had to take teaching gym, teaching art, teaching math, teaching science, like as an elementary teacher. And then you don't specialize until like your last year, and then you student teach. So when you have classes like your second year, you have to do field experience. So they'll place you in an elementary school, but only for like 2 weeks. So it's not student teaching. You're there to like observe, basically just observe, because you're way far away from having your degree. So it could have been something like that.
Yeah, I had some student teachers back in my day. It was always fun.
She did this is probably a project, something titled Fun Festivals of Africa during her time as a whatever. So this is a teacher. The only time or a supervisor from the university, you guys. So, I don't know. You only get a supervisor when you're student teaching. If they're just putting me in a school for 2 weeks, it would be me and other students. We would go together, like with a partner or 2 or 3 people, and you would go to a school and you would observe a social studies class for like 2 weeks or something. Yeah, they don't call them interns in education. It's either student, and when you do that, the field experience, no one goes and watches you.
I have a funny substitute teacher experience.
What happened?
So I think it was, it might have been math class. I don't remember for sure. It could have been a different class, but they brought in this substitute teacher where English was like her fourth language,
Oh my.
and and this was middle school, so we're at that age where there's no filters. It is we don't control our emotions in middle school or reactions, and yes, and we had one kid who always was the class clown, the school bully, and I had the same class as him, and oh my god, and usually I was pretty stone faced and could keep it in. At some point she made me laugh. She actually made me laugh out loud because like she was trying to find the words, but because she knew all these different languages, she was like crossing wires.
Uh,
It was like, oh my god. Yeah, she was not ready for my class, and my class was notoriously not great. My class and the class before mine, it was fight night every day,
oh man,
especially when we got to high school.
that's crazy. It's not easy. You can't, and yeah, it's a tough field. So I don't blame Kaylee if she did not like it. Some people are like, this isn't for me. The guy was 36 years old.
Well, here's
36.
the thing with Kaylee though was she didn't say that she didn't want to student teach. She said that she couldn't student teach.
Right. Okay, let's read some more of this. So he will periodically take, it's got to be Kaylee, to get coffee after that. No, students. He will periodically take students to get coffee after they successfully complete their whatever. But he couldn't remember definitively if he had taken Goncalves to coffee during her time in whatever. He couldn't remember the exact dates, but knew Goncalves was a whatever this is, whatever she did from January to March 2022. If I saw what classes she took, I could figure this out. If I saw the names of the classes she took, I'd be able to figure this out. On the night of November 12th and into the early morning hours of November 13th, he was at home with his family. He was with his 3 daughters at home while his wife was at a ladies' night from about 6 to 10, put his children to bed at about 9 p.m. Then he went to bed shortly after. When his wife arrived home at 10, he was already asleep in bed. Blank called his wife while we were speaking and placed it on speakerphone. She provided the same information. This person was initially agreeable to providing a DNA exclusionary sample, but was hesitant to allow his cell phone to be forensically extracted. Do you know how many people probably got busted in this case for like cheating, stuff like that? Oh my gosh. You tried to figure out who this is, but no, look, I'm going to look into it. Yeah, that's interesting. FOIA her schedule. I know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, don't take my cell phone. I want my wife to see. Okay, blank had to leave to blank, but agreed to provide the DNA sample later that evening after discussing the matter of the cell phone extraction with his wife. Listen, honey.
Well, let's be honest here. If 36 is still young, so there might have been some interesting photos of the missus.
Oh, it could be that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he was.
We're just going to believe the good in this person here.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is getting good. At about 5 p.m., this person contacted the detective by phone and told the detective he intended to seek legal counsel before providing a DNA sample or allowing his cell phone to be forensically extracted. He's like, get you a warrant. Go get you a warrant. This person told me he would contact me on December 12th to finalize his decision. Well, if you're getting a lawyer, they deal with the lawyer. This is weird. That makes no sense. And what date was this? What date are they talking?
December 12th.
December 9th. Oh, 3 days. Okay. December 9th. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's an audio recording. Do we want to hear this one?
Yeah.
On December 12th, I processed the audio recording of the interview into evidence at the Moscow Police Department and transferred the recording. Okay. Yep, they got it. On December 13th, I contacted this person by phone after he failed to contact me the previous day. He told me he did not believe he had done anything wrong. He had been a good Samaritan.
What?
By allowing Goncalves to be what? What?
Huh?
What is this? A good Samaritan. And he didn't understand why he was on the contact list in the first place. They got his number from her. They had to have gotten his number from her phone.
So they got into her phone.
They had to have. Don't you think? Are you guys seeing it the same way?
I don't know. I thought they hadn't got into her phone yet.
That's what they say.
If I'm a teacher, I'm not calling myself a good Samaritan. I mean, you do volunteer your time. No, they get paid. No, they get paid. You get an extra stipend if you take on a student teacher, because I did it once. Never again. It was not a good experience. All right, let me see what chat is doing. An internship. An internship's just like student teaching, you guys. Same thing. This is crazy. Yes, Hanky Panky Mom. That was a great find. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, that Good Samaritan term is really interesting.
I'll put in for it. I will put in for it. I just put in for another one. I forget what it is now. Oh, we're going to go back to this. So I want to talk about this a little bit more, but do you guys remember when the Moyes were interviewed, the house behind the murder house? And the one guy said, my sister is Maddie's ex's ex. And we all thought it was Jake, right?
That's who I would be assuming.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Maddie's not his ex. So anyways, I found the report and I FOIA'd it because they interviewed Maddie's ex. And I want to know who is Maddie's ex. I think that might be just trying to get information about these girls. Kim, read Witchy was his comment. Where she put it?
It might be intern from the U of I Bachelor of Science Education. All students must complete a student teaching internship before completing their degree. So, yeah.
Right. That's what I was saying. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Yes.
So it might be. The term may be student teaching, but they may be using the word intern.
Oh, gotcha. So it's a smaller word. See, yeah. Explain it to me like I'm 5. Wait, let me
You're-
see the time period.
You're the English teacher. I got by English by the skin of my teeth. I don't do English well. I don't know English.
This makes perfect sense. Yep. January to March would be student teaching. Yep. I did mine for like, gosh, definitely 2 full months, like like 12 weeks or something. You do it for like almost a whole semester. Yep. Isn't that crazy, you guys?
Yeah.
So I guess why this was reminding me of the football coach is because everybody was thinking, I heard that it was the football coach that wouldn't turn over his stuff. Isn't that what you heard?
I did hear that, but I think he turned over his phone. I don't think he gave over his DNA though, or it was one or the other. I think he went halfway.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, and the FOIA that I said for Maddie's ex, they received it, so they have it. I gotta wait for them to come back and tell me, how much they're gonna charge me to redact it.
Over under 500.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But if her degree was elementary education, would this guy be a teacher at an elementary school? Yes. Yeah.
Well, so in my experience, I think it'd be rare to see a male elementary school teacher.
Oh no, I worked with tons of them. Elementary school is kindergarten through 6th grade. Fifth or
Okay.
6th grade.
Yeah, for me, my interpretation is kindergarten to 3rd, and then 4th on up is middle school.
Oh,
ninth
it
grade.
depends. It depends
Because-
where. Like I was elementary and I was certified 1 through 8. So it just depends what state you're in and what grades they allow you to teach. Yeah.
Yeah, because the way my school was, because it was really weird, because we had elementary school in the middle of town, the high school in the middle of town, elementary, the middle school had its own little drive, like it was still in town, but there was like this really long drive that you had to go to get to the school.
Uh-huh.
And then we had what we called York School, which was literally out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Like,
it depends what kids they got to service. Yeah. We did a whole new configuration with ours here too. We named our schools after the Great Lakes. We have 5 elementary buildings on one piece of property, so they're all after a different lake because we're on Lake Erie.
It was all one district. Like it was like
Mm-hmm.
all the grades were in the same buildings. It wasn't one of those that were split off. But like we had everybody in kindergarten through 3rd grade was in one building. Then you had 4th and 5th in another building. You had 6th, 7th, and 8th in another building. And then you had the high school, its own thing.
That's like what we have now. We had to make it flexible because our student population moved around a lot from school to school. If their parents would move, and we're like, well, let's take that out of the equation. So no matter where their parents move to in our town, they still stay at the same school. So that's very nice. Yeah, there's some good points here in the chat, you guys. A lot changed for Kaylee around the same time period. Yeah, and where's that one I wanted to pin? She meets Mason Barstow and changes her major and starts working for Extreme Network. I'm starting to think Extreme Network is the cult. What do you think, Leah? I think they're the cult.
I'm just listening to you.
Oh,
no, they're not the cult. They're not the cult.
Yeah, this is so crazy because like you guys were saying, how do you pick one motive for all four? How do you connect all four of these victims to one motive without maybe one or two of them just being, what do you call it? When it wasn't intended for them.
I don't know.
Collateral.
Yeah. Collateral
Collateral.
damages.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking up extreme networks right now to kind of see what they're all about.
I looked into them. I started doing research on them, you guys, to do an episode, and I forgot. I need to go back to that. Another thing that I'm going to do is we keep talking about all these things, right? Like what was going on with Kaylee? What was going on with Mason Barstow? What's going on with all these kids? And I'm like, why Brian? Like, why Brian? And I'm not going to do it tonight because I'm probably actually going to get off here in a little bit. But I pulled up his arrest press conference from Pennsylvania. I think I've only ever watched that the day that it happened. And was so shocked. I didn't really remember anything about it. And so there's a press conference from when Brian was arrested. And then there's a press conference back in Idaho. So that one's Pennsylvania. And then there's one back in Idaho. Oh, that's another thing for you to look at, Dylan.
Wait,
and then I'm going to do I like to do comparisons, like compare things. I want to compare it to a real press conference of a real arrest with real evidence, because they say nothing about evidence for Brian Kohberger, and they never have.
I don't know how they got Brian. It's just a big mystery.
There's something with extreme networks. It's crazy.
I'm looking through. I'm looking through the job postings, and okay, there is something in Dallas that's remote, but all it is marketing for Dallas.
Here's my
Texas.
understanding. Yeah, here's my understanding. I got videos and everything for this, I think. So it's a company that what they do is they supply a software platform, if I'm using the correct technology, the correct term. So like to a hospital. Okay. They sell a lot to hospitals. They sell a lot to places like schools.
So it's like a network.
Yeah.
Kind of
well, like a communication organization thing.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay. Yeah. Like
there's competitors. Yeah. So you can go in and you can have calls, and you can fill out your data, and and everybody has access and like all that stuff.
Okay.
So it's a company like that, but they also like got all these recruiting things with these people they hire, and like they're training, the way they train you. And so I think there's more to it. But that was it in a nutshell that I figured out. You think Sarah Karwoski, Kaylee was being managed by someone. Oh. Network of sales marketing for many businesses. Yeah. So they would hire people in marketing to market their product. They would hire people like Kaylee that has IT. So they would hire they'd probably hire salespeople. They would hire all different kinds of people.
I want the job in Hamburg, Germany. That's where the hamburgers are.
Hamburg, Germany.
Oh gosh.
Oh, since you brought up Germany, I have a interesting story about that. So my son had a bone marrow transplant when he was battling leukemia, and it cured him. But we had an anonymous donor. And if the person's in the United States, you have to wait 1 year to find out who they are. But we had to wait 2 years. So that told us it was a person from outside of the country. Well, Carlos is Hispanic. So I'm thinking it's, probably a Hispanic country. No, it was Germany. But before we found out it was Germany, I messed up the story. Probably after my son recovered, like that first year, he started getting interested in a certain country. He wanted to learn their language. He started counting their numbers. He started like looking things up, and it was Germany. And then when I found out, when I opened the letter and I saw that it was Germany, I fell on the floor. I couldn't believe it. It was so weird. So weird. I even asked the doctor about it, and he was like, or she was like, yeah, your cells have like memory. I'm like, what? Isn't that crazy?
Uh-huh.
It was very crazy.
I mean, I've always been interested in wanting to learn Russian. That's way too complicated for me, though.
Yeah, he just all of a sudden got this fascination with Germany. We're like, where'd this come from? And then I opened that. I was like, oh, no way. Hanky Panky Mom has a screenshot of the MPD report, but not the report number. Oh, talking about what? I got a lot of report numbers written down with what they're about. I started that list. Like, report 1 is this person. Report 2 is, it's about this. Because I'm sick of flipping through pages all the time. Do we know what Jack? Go ahead.
I was just saying hi to Mike. Last 24 is on here.
Hey, Mike. Email me, Hanky Panky Mom. Oh, look at your prior message. Sorry. He was on a list of people to contact who had interactions with Kaylee. I read that one. Is there another one? Oh, right there. Nope. HUPD is Harvard University Police Department. I don't know what that is. There's another thing Pav had in one of his videos. Did Steve? I hate to ever talk about the families. I'm breaking my rule. I'm breaking my own rule. But did he ever get in like legal trouble for anything? Anybody know?
Not
I don't know.
able to find.
No. I'll have to
Not
go back.
that I was able to find. It was just Olivia.
Okay. Wait, Jules FOIA'd what? She FOIA'd like the timeline that's in Broken Plea that they said was the official timeline? And they said it doesn't exist. Oh my God, I can't with this case. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't exist. The 108 pages of the timeline. Wow. They're going to be in so much trouble. They're going to be in so much trouble. You can't legally do this. Do you think they'll ever have repercussions for it?
Depends on if Brian actually does something about it. That's what it's all going to come down to.
Even with the way they're holding back the report information?
If it would depend on the EWU report or the case.
The
that
hearing.
they're
Yeah,
suing.
yeah, yeah. Well, and now it sounds like, Idaho Statesman, they're also getting in the game. Like, we need a whole lot more getting in the game. Yeah. Which he agrees.
Lana's been hinting at getting into the game.
Yeah. This is BS. Like, oh my God. We have that protection for information for a reason, just for this. For this is the reason. And they're getting away with it.
Did you ever see the parody of Idaho 4 that Michael what was his last name? Michael Adario put out?
No.
I saw,
Well,
yeah, his
it is hilarious.
He had to
I got
stalk
it in the
his
back chat.
one.
It's a YouTube channel?
Yeah. I got it in the back chat.
Oh, okay, good. I'll play it.
It is absolutely hilarious.
You'll crack up.
It'll be a nice chuckle. Be a nice
Yeah.
chuckle for us.
Maddie and I tried texting you over 10 times. We need your help and we're scared.
Jack, Maddie have been trying to reach you. Your phone's been vibrating at the table.
I just spoke to them. Don't worry. I'm heading over there now. I'll take care of it.
What a lucky girl to be surrounded by these people every day. Now is the time, Bethany and Dylan, to tell the truth about what happened to us that night.
Pay no attention to the man behind the... You started this mess.
Stop it, both of you!
He always ruins everything. You're the problem here.
Please, just stop fighting!
This isn't over.
Maisie and Hunter, you know what happened that night. It's time for both of you to tell the truth.
Yeah, Dad, you need to tell the truth too. You know why I called you. I wasn't sick, I was frightened.
As we know, there are known knowns, there are things we know we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there are some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns, the ones we don't know we don't know.
Do you know the number to 911?
She's right. I can't play it because of that song.
Okay. That one part with
yeah.
There are things that we don't know that we don't know, and we definitely do not know that we don't know.
But I'll go here, I'll put the link in the chat so everybody can watch it on your own, you guys. Sorry, I don't want to. I'm probably gonna have to anyways. I should have.
Yeah, I didn't realize that the song was in the background. I don't remember hearing that the first time.
I don't why did I mean it was a good it is a good song choice, but
yeah, I know Harsh played it, and I think it's still up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Harsh played it.
I'll just finish it. They'll just make me take it out. They'll just make me take it out. We'll finish it, you guys.
There's no understanding why Koberger passed by Dylan and left that night after she saw him.
I'm sure there are theories. Dylan had an angel watching over her.
So what you're saying
It's my favorite song.
The 4 victims had no angels watching over them?
It's time for you.
Will recognize this as comedy and satire. Yes, we wish rest in peace, Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan. Do you see the? Sunshine is the best disinfectant.
It is.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. I mean, I would leave the parents out of it, but the other stuff, they need roasted over these redactions and the way that they're not releasing the files. Like just the whole case file should just be put out.
Yeah,
That was
and yeah, that was what I'm mostly upset with Whitcomb, because he told Dago and Lana and everybody else that, oh yeah, I'll give you everything once everything calms down, and he's gone. To my understanding, he's gone MIA.
Yeah. I think he went like undercover or something, like he's like in hiding or something. I don't know. He doesn't want us to find him. He did make that little part in his book, like this was for the sleuths, the online sleuths. They need to keep calling him out. Well, thanks for coming up with me tonight, you guys. It's kind of like chill. I didn't have like major stuff planned.
No, I think we talked pretty good.
It was a fun time.
I mean,
Always
even
fun.
for us to disagree, I think we handled it real good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, on who we think did it.
Say that again.
On who we think did it. You know, like me and Dylan's thinking frats, and you're thinking a hit,
yeah.
like a drug hit.
Oh yeah. How can we get mad? Like, well, I should say
Some people do.
They do, but we don't know. If we knew we were right 100%, we wouldn't still be talking about this. That's
Yeah.
just logical, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. A good investigation would not leave so much room for gray area, as I mentioned. But this was theater, not an investigation, and therefore there are miles of room for speculation.
Yeah. If you're in the chat, thank you for joining me tonight, you guys. I do see some new faces. Normally I go live at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time every day, Monday through Friday. And I came on late tonight because I had to enjoy a day of summer. I had to enjoy the sun. The sun showed up in Ohio for today. It was wonderful. Gracefully Salty, you got a question. Who interviewed Mason Barstow? I believe the one we're watching is ISP, but I also think there's an FBI detective there. Sometimes they partnered up. But he was also interviewed before that one by just the FBI. That'd be interesting. Yeah, if you're just joining me tonight, please consider subscribing so you can catch me whenever I'm live. I'd love to have you guys on the daytime show too, if you are around. Yes. And please, everybody, go over to Dylan's channel. Say the name of it.
Hildreth Investigates.
Hildreth Investigates. Subscribe to him. You will not be disappointed in his videos. He does a really good job. He does a really, really good job. And you guys have a good night. Thanks for coming up with me.
Thanks for having me on.
Yep. I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you. Okay.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Wait.
Truth, sleuth. Have a good night. I'm just reading your comments real quick. Trust me, you guys. I'll go back and read all your comments. I know you guys were putting wonderful stuff in there. Usually I have a lot more things planned and a point to go over, but I just wanted to have a discussion tonight. Unfortunately, I didn't know this was the night that a bunch of people would be on at the same time, but it's okay. I loved having Leah and Dylan up, and big shout out to them. Thank you, mods who were in here. Thank you, Green Team, for joining me tonight. The FBI being involved so fast is giving me vibes that they saw the whole thing. A lot of rumors about them being in town early. Yeah. Yeah, I'm diving into a lot with the delts and timelines of everybody that's been interviewed too. So, yeah, I'm on that theory of it's related to drugs and was like definitely retribution as a start. Definitely people that aren't the students, but the students have to have a connection, and that's the part that I'm trying to fill in, like for the silence, for why they're so quiet, right? It's gonna get spicy. What's gonna get spicy? All right, you guys, have a great night. I'm going to clock out for now, but I'll be back tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. And I will see you guys then. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Thanks for watching, hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Subscribe, it's free and keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew now, right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. That could be unique, yeah, that's you and me. Don't forget to like and hit subscribe, it's free. Come back again, we'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. Thanks for watching, hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. It's free, it keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew, now right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife and proud to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. Yeah, that's you and me, that's you and me. Don't forget to like, hit subscribe, it's free. Come back again, we'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear.